you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
Today is very, very special. We have Geoff Alexander with us. He's an entrepreneur, a musician, an artist, an excellent person to talk with. Hi, Geoff.
Hey, Antoine, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Finally talking. I'm really glad we're doing this. We have a lot of good stuff to talk about with you. I guess the first thing to say is mentioning your company, River Moon Wellness. River Moon creates multiple products for wellness, and especially our relation started when I was looking for coffee, for a brand of coffee, that it was wellness intended and truthfully sourced in a fair way, and that's how I found Geoff. And he turned to be a musician and an artist and a great person to discuss. So, Geoff, don't you take it up and tell us a little bit about yourself and everything that you're doing?
Well, yeah, where to start, really? I mean, I kind of fell into the whole entrepreneurial thing, being kind of the starving artist type that I was. I mean, I was a professional musician all kind of in my late teens and all through my 20s. But the curse that I always had is that, I have a lot of interest in so many things. So it's like my passions run, 1,000,000 miles wide and about 1 millimeter deep. So, people like us, we love music. That's really my true passion. But we can never really, focus enough to work for somebody else in a grinding out kind of way. So I think ultimately, as it turned out that, I wasn't going to make $1 million playing music, I needed to find something to do or to sustain an income that would sustain me emotionally, but also provide me with some stability, so I could play music and do art and pursue passions. And since nobody else would hire me, and I couldn't work for somebody else, that's just impossible, right? So I kind of fell into this coffee roasting aspect because it was a relatively low bar of entry, and I've always loved coffee as a product, and I've loved that coffee culture as sort of a catalyst for sparking the creative process. There's nothing like having a cup of coffee and sitting down with your guitar, just kind of brainstorming crazy ideas to do something cool. And so I got into this small coffee company that my wife and business partner, we founded together, and it's just kind of grown together. We've been at it for a little over 10 years, and eventually it's kind of fallen into more of an expansion of lifestyle products that we've added, which are the raw hemp oils that we sourced organically from our partner in Oregon. And that includes some gummies, that includes hemp-infused coffee now, of course, and just an absolutely awesome lavender and honey tincture that helps for recovery, because, being a person of many varied interests, I'm also passionate about fitness and exercise. I can't be passionate and obsessive about enough things besides music, right? I like health and fitness too. So,
Wonderful.
The things that we have as a part of our company kind of dovetail into taking care of yourself and feeling good and being creative. in whatever it is, just being creative and having an open mind, and just kind of letting that process vitalize you.
Absolutely.
So that's sort of one synopsized story of me and what I do. And, I took a lot of time off from music, after I stopped touring and playing in my 20s, and really had to struggle and bounce around trying to find my niche, and was able to finally find it, being a true entrepreneur, starting in my late 30s, early 40s. So it's taken me a long time, but everything kind of comes full circle.
Exactly, comes full circle. I so can empathize with everything you said, and I'm a lover. I'm a true lover of coffee as well. It's a lifestyle. It's a catalyst, like you said. It's so important, and it takes a while. Sometimes you gotta get lost to find yourself. But you've done it.
Exactly.
You've done it.
Exactly.
River Moon. Please.
River Moon Wellness. RiverMoonWellness.com. That's our site. And if you go to the site, make sure that you give us your email or get a prompt, and you don't have to, of course. But if you do enter your contact information, we do send out very generous discount codes that we do regularly as part of our contact list, and that way you can stay updated with little video teasers that we're starting to do, and I may even bring a guitar and something goofy to your inbox if you can stand me making a fool of myself. But yeah,
awesome.
That's my elevator pitch, right?
No, please, it's so important. We believe in true passion. We believe people. Talented artists that are with effort, everything in which they believe, and that's what we're trying. We're trying to elevate, to empower, to hopefully someday we'll have enough impact to make a difference. And I believe in what you're doing, and I love your products. We're always going to recommend everybody go into River Moon Wellness, see the wonderful products. Not only the coffee, by the way, the coffee is fantastic. But, just go in there and, subscribe. Like Geoff said, you're going to get discounts and they're, not going to regret it. Really, really good stuff. So
yeah, and it also, by supporting River Moon Wellness, you're supporting the creation of more really cool music content, because, of course, it's my aspiration to, we deliver some fine product at a reasonable price. It allows people like me to do what we really love to do, which is create really cool sounding stuff that's relevant and makes people feel good. Because there's nothing like music
certainly
to change your attitude. I mean, I've been in love with music since I was 5, and I started playing the guitar when I was 5 years old. And the damn thing was bigger than me. I remember just, kind of to sort of switch around to the kind of the music side and the creative side. I mean, I can remember when I was 5 years old, I was a kid growing up in Des Moines, Iowa, just begging my parents for a guitar, they finally capitulated, and I remember getting my first guitar for Christmas, and there's a picture of me on the back. And the guitar is actually taller. I mean, I was so small. I mean, the guitar was bigger than me, but that's kind of where it all started. And yeah.
Your music is really good. I can attest for that.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Antoine. No, I mean, it's the production has been sort of spotty over the last year. COVID has been crazy, but I'm working on some new stuff as we speak, and I'm hoping to. Get it over to your show,
awesome.
Within the next couple of months when it drops and stuff. So,
awesome.
I think you'll like it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we will, and we're absolutely looking forward to that. So yes, like Geoff said, you're supporting in a small way. You're supporting us as well.
Right, absolutely. So every time you make you support the mission of River Moon Wellness, you're supporting Antoine's show.
I'm very interested, and I'm sure that everybody's gonna learn from your own experience. Tell us a little bit of the beginnings of you yourself being a working musician and finding your path into the wellness world, and becoming an entrepreneur. What is the type of stuff in the story that you think would be helpful to others?
Well, I think, it's just important to be honest with yourself. I mean, I know a lot of musicians, they kind of go through the same process that I did. They kind of get lost in indecision, and I think you just have to follow your instinct and be true to yourself. And, it's hard, making it as an artist financially. And that's a reality that so many people that are creative go through. But I think if you just kind of stick to what you're good at, eventually things kind of shake out, and you don't try to be something that you're not. And I think for a long time I didn't really, I don't know that I was really honest with myself about what my true path was. But I think being an entrepreneur, kind of ultimately ended up being kind of the obvious thing, because if you're creative and some people can be creative and they can not be entrepreneurial, but I think the cues are, if your instinct or your inner self is telling you that you're not comfortable, and when you're not comfortable in a space, you need to switch gears immediately. And a lot of people just sort of plod along. And my biggest advice, to artists out there, if you're in music or painting or whatever it is, don't ever allow yourself to plod along because it's the safe thing to do. I think you need to feel happy and comfortable, and that's basically my one message.
That is fantastic. That is so good. That is such a great advice. Yeah, a lot of us plug along and become too old to start.
Well, it gets too easy, right? You get comfortable, but at the same time people get comfortable, there's always that little part of them that there's that little discomfort or dissonance, where they feel like, well, I'm not really quite doing, this isn't exactly what I know I should be doing, and they ignore that voice. My message would be, listen to that.
Yeah,
listen to that. Listen to your discomfort, and let that try to tell you that you need to change course, or you need to really be pursuing what your passion is. Because when people are passionate about something, with music, I mean, it's like their whole body, their whole tone, and their whole look changes. It's transformative,
So right, that's so right. A lot of times our body, and going back to wellness too, our body is telling us what we need, and we don't listen. We should
Nope.
We should listen. In all the length of the spectrum, from what you're doing, were you not comfortable with, when you are craving for something in particular, vegetables, or your body is telling you, in the same way your spirit is your soul is telling you, where your North Star should be going, right?
Exactly, your North Star. Yep.
Beautiful.
Your true north.
Your true north. Yeah, absolutely. So
hey, that sounds like a good song title. True North. Yeah. Okay. You just gave me an idea, a moment of inspiration. Okay, I think I'm
And glad, and
Yeah.
I'll be looking out to hear it. Your
I
stuff.
think there's a hook in there. You heard it right here on the show today. Your True North. If that's I can hear the hooks right away. That's the song right there. Okay, I'm gonna go in the other room, start tracking something, right?
Awesome.
Or a coffee blend. It could be a good coffee blend description too. True North. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like the song title better.
I'll be so glad to hear what you do with it. All right, I think this was just to be mindful of your time as well. But what do you think you'd like to do in the near future with your company, with your music? What's kind of your plan right now?
Yeah, I think as within the next few years, my plan is to sort of invert the amount of time that I'm spending on sort of the not that being an entrepreneur isn't creative, because it is, and I love the creative aspect of it, but I would like to spend more time on the creative aspect of that, and then also allowing that to leverage more creative time for music and the creative process. And I think that can happen. It's really the aspirational goal for 2022, and to start playing live again. COVID has been a real downer. Nobody was, has been doing much live, but the live music is coming back now, and I haven't played out in 2 years, and I really miss it. I'd like to get out and play again, and do new projects, with other people, So yeah.
Awesome. It sounds fantastic, and we wish that all of it comes true. If you had advice for your younger self, or for others that might be in that situation at the time, what do you think you would say?
I would say, don't allow time is precious. Don't allow time to get away from you. Strike while the iron's hot. It's easy to sort of procrastinate in the creative process, but I would just take advantage of any moment of inspiration you get to capitalize on it. Don't let moments slip away. Recognize when you're in a creative moment, and then just tackle it completely. So that would be my advice to people that are younger than me.
Awesome. This was fantastic. Great conversation with you. Somebody who has a lot of good stuff to share. Geoff, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much, and hope we continue to stay in touch and hear everything new that you're doing.
Likewise, yeah. I just want to say, Antoine, you're really showcasing some fantastic music and some great artists that are out there. There's just so much, and what I love to see too is stylistically, there's such a great amalgamation of styles, that the artists are sort of using and capitalizing on in terms of creative stuff to listen to. I can never get enough of it. It's so interesting to me. Keep up the good work. It's great. Great show. Thanks for having me.
Thanks to you, and thank you very much for your kind words. It really means a lot.
Right on.
So, thank you. RiverMoonWellness.com. Support true passion, really. Thank you very much, Geoff. I'll speak to you soon. Until the next one.
Right on.
Tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.